Hello viewers, welcome to CodeForAny. If you hear new, hit subscribe buttons and notification bell so you can never miss any our incredible content. Node.js taxi app and backend API inside. Today we need to create here the app sites, user apps and driver apps. Both we need to create here both for into single API. We need to create here the booking details API. We need to create here. First of all, so we need this here the post API. Write down here the app.post and to write down inside the single quotes API slash booking detail. And now need to pass here the callbacks functions request and response and function operator. We need to write down here. Now need to print this here the request body helper.dlog. We need to use this here and to write down here the request object request.body print here and to save here the request object inside request.body like this set series. Now need to check this here the tokens for this specific users or not. So need to check this here. First of all, need to give this here the request dot headers, and then after need to give this here the response object to get here callback inside. If user is valid, then to get this here the user informations need to get here like this set here. Then after so need to check this here the parameters helper dot check parameters values. First of all, need to give this here the response object, then after need to give this here the request objects, and to check this here the parameters need to give this here the booking id. We need to need these here parameters. Check here, this is the required, and to give this here the function operators like this sets here and to creating here. Now we need to create here the common functions. I have already creating here the some video before. So need to create here the booking informations. Need to create here the functions. I need to copy and to create here the another functions. Need to write down here the booking informations display. Need to write down here like this functions details like this. Copy here and to write down here and to create here the detail like this. Now we need to set here the user ID and to configure here some value. Need to configures, and first of all need to write down here the OTP conditions, because need to if write user stay, then need to give this here the OTP, otherwise not given any OTP not generate like this. You need to write down here conditions. Now remove here's no needs here's, because you need to give this here the no need to two times write here this value. First of all need to give this here the type as a users like this past years, and to if here the users, then to write down here user ID, maybe mistake here, check here like this sets here. And now need to set here the conditions OTP is equal to need to write down here brackets inside, write here the case conditions, write here the when, and to write down here bd dot booking status is equal to quotes UTC BS wait for users, then over these years, and to write down here the end conditions to apply here bd dots status equal to 1, and bd dot use this here payment type set here 1, Create here the another brackets. Put this here, write down here or conditions, open brackets and close brackets, ed dot status is equal to maybe no need to see, not equal to 0. Then I'm going to write down here ed dot OTP code, else not display, single quotes inside, and to write down here the minus a. As we need to give these years TP code. Like this, we need to setting here the conditions and to apply these years. And then after need to give this here the one by ones. Need to give this here the value. Need to setting years and to configure this years. Need to copy here's. Set here one by ones all parameters. We need to configure the years. First of all, to give this here the booking ID. Need to pass this years. Then after user ID, book users ID. Need to give this years. Then after pickup latitudes, pickup longitudes. Then after need to give this here the pickup address, drop latitudes, drop longitudes. Then after need to give this here the drop address. Then after need to give this here the service ID. Then after need to give this here the price ID. Then after need to give this here the driver ID. And then after total distance. Then after accept time. Need to all information to give this years because need to this is the booking informations. That's why I need to need this years all informations. BD dot here more paste. Then payment ID. Then after I want to give this here the start time, end time, start time, stop time, duration, total text, tip amount, booking status. Then after I need to give this here the estimate total distance, estimate durations. Now need to set here the yeah. minimum kilometer. And after I'm to give this here the user informations. 2D dot name, push token, gender, then after mobile code, then after latitude longitudes, then after set here the image, need to go here and to get this here the image conditions, copy here and to this here. Now need to set here like this sets here the image for the users drivers. Then after need to give this here the pd dot payment type, amounts, payment date, pay card amount, driver amount, pay wallet amount, pay text amount, pay amount, pay status. As we need to give this here the column names, we need to set this here user payment status. Then after we need to give this here the hd dot service name, then hd color, then hd top icon, then hd dots need to set this here icon like this, and to set this here, remove here zones. Then after the series name, model names, brand names, car numbers, like this we need to set this years and to call this years, and also need to add here more this here, like these conditions, and to write down here the OTP conditions. Like this we need to bind with this query. If user types are the two, then to set like this years, not two, wrong place, need to put this years into like this years, setting years and to configure this years, and also need to return this here the value, and one more conditions you need to write down here. Like this, we need to set this data and to configure and to return this here the booking informations. Now use these functions and to calling this here the booking details inside. Need to call this here and to get this here the informations for this API callings. We need to call this here to call here. Now need to pass here the booking ID. You need to pass this here the request object dot booking ID. Then user object dot user types, and to return this here the callbacks I need to return here first status. Then after need to get here the results or like this here and to getting this here. Now need to check here if status is equal to 0, else user booking detail no request, right, on else parts need to write down here. Check here if result object more than 0, and to write down here the booking status equal to vs dot let return dot here the response JSONs to pass this here status is equal to passing 1. Then after to pass this here the payload is equal to write down here the results for this booking details. We need to check this here which value gets here. See like this sets and to pass this here the value and to configure this here. Same as need to call this here functions, but later we need to explain here why I need to create here the difference, because we need to give this here the user playing path. We need to return here, that's why I need to call this here the difference methods. We need to calling this here to read this here the bytes inside the uh, few meters go drivers and to save inside the local file the informations for the related pins of the current location of the driver moving. So need to save inside the a specific one specific files inside save, that's when to use this here. And now need to else parts need to write down here the booking display informations. First of all need to check here the user types. If user object or user type equal to us users, else parts write down here specifications status set here 0 and to write down here results. Then again, so need to copy this here the booking informations and to pass this here the types. Copy here and to pass here type as a 2. Like this, you need to configure so you need to return this value and to set here the informations and this booking detail API are the done. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down in the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.